Shalom. Welcome to Law and Life Matters. We are here courtesy of SABWiL, the South African Black Women in Law Movement. I am one of your hosts, Masebala and with me I have the current president of SABWiL Alumni, Cleopatra, as well as Lerato, who is the current legal and research officer, and Nthabiseng, who is the inaugural public relations and media officer. Now, a little bit about SABWiL. SABWiL is a gift that just keeps on giving for us, and I'm going to hand over to Cleopatra to tell us a little more about it.
Okay, that makes my job very easy. SABWiL is an international consciousness movement that celebrates South Africa, Blacks, women, and the law. The movement was founded on February 14th, 2016 by our CEO and founder, Advocate Aisha Tyree. She's such an amazing woman. And we are founded upon dignity, equality, freedom, which is infused in the spirit and philosophies of Ubuntu, as well as, well, dare I say, the spirit of Zenzele. And respect is very, very integral to our core. It is our founding value. It is Ubuntu in action, along with the spirit of kindness, the spirit of teaching others. You know, that whole teach a man how to fish instead of just handing over. Yeah, that's what we are all about. And you know, those who know me know that I can't keep anything short, but I'm so But just to tell you a little bit about how we became SABWiL alumni, how we became part of SABWiL, or SABWiL babies, as Masebala puts it. I became a SABWiL alumni in 2020 after shadowing luminary attorney Baby Kekana at KHR Attorneys. KHR stands for Kekana, Hlashwayo, and Khadebe Attorneys. That's the name. But amazing people. And what SABWiL did for me in that regard is it placed me in a space where people understood the values of Ubuntu. And this is what SABWiL does. They don't just place you anywhere. You know, they're not just going to say, go shadow someone and throw you there. And I had the opportunity to learn so much. I went to court with some of the amazing attorneys over there. But most importantly for me, it helped me to refine my decision in terms of whether I wanted to go the advocacy route or to be an attorney, because that was something that was never clear to me until then. So it helped to put me in the proper zone mentally. And I think, truly speaking, I'm in a better space mentally, emotionally, and in all the ways that matters in terms of where my career is going. And yeah, I'll stop there before Lerato.
So how I joined the SABWiL alumni movement was I had an opportunity to partake in the mentorship program in 2019. I was doing the mentorship program under luminary advocate Samantha Martin, who is an advocate at Group 21 Chambers. You know, I like saying that when I sent my my CV and my motivational letter, Advocate Tyree, when she replied, not when she replied, but there was a few months down when we actually met in person, she said to me, you know, she struggled to actually put me with the advocate, or more or less, she struggled to choose a luminary for me because of how my motivational letter and CV was structured. So for me, it was kind of just like, how though? Because I mean, I'm just a baby looking for knowledge, you know. And when she said that to me, I kind of realized that, you know, for the fact that she could say that, she actually picked something on my motivational letter that led her to actually put me with Advocate Samantha Martin. Now, with Advocate Samantha Martin, she was not selfish. She allowed her co-counsels, you know, to take me with them on their day-to-day, you know, business and, you know, court proceedings. You know, I was able to actually see what happens in the magistrate courts, in the high court, how civil proceedings are run. So they basically deal with civil proceedings. So it was quite inspiring, and for me, I don't want to lie, it actually opened my eyes to a lot of things. Had it not been for it, I mean, obviously I wouldn't be here. So I'm really grateful for that. I was very inspired. And as Vereshka said, currently I'm sitting as the Academic and Legal Research Officer. And as she says, SABWiL baby for life.
How I became a SABWiL baby, in 2017, I saw an advert on LinkedIn. There was a call out to come and participate in the SABWiL Human Rights Court. So I sent through my CV, I sent through my motivational letter, and I was like hoping they pick me, because I thought that mooting would be a great opportunity to help sharpen my advocacy skills, even as I was clerking at the time. So I got picked, and I got paired with Witumelo Sekhala, I got paired with the other team as well, and we went there on in December 2017. That's when we had our moot court. We had an amazing day. It was just a beautiful day of learning, a beautiful day of motivational speeches as well from other legal professionals who have been journeying in the legal profession. And from then onwards, I was like, yo, SABWiL is amazing. I am staying. Because even as professionals, we need extracurricular activities that are in line with what we're doing. So I just thought SABWiL was a natural home for me. It led to SABWiL organizing or forming an executive committee for alumni, so that when other young students want to come in and join in, they can find us here. So that's how Nthabi and I became part of the inaugural executive committee. I was the projects and events coordinator of that inaugural committee. And yeah, now I'm here, I'm an ancestor, I'm a SABWiL baby, I'm everything. So yeah.
So I graduated in 2017. Had a difficult time getting articles, and I just started to think about the importance of connecting with other people in my profession. And while I think it was on Twitter, I found the Sinako Weekend Constitutional Court tour. I went on the tour, and at the tour, Advocate Tari was there giving a presentation about what SABWiL is about, and she mentioned the mentorship program, and she was really pumping in about the spirit of Zenzele and the importance of us taking our careers into our own hands, being intentional about how we get ourselves out there and what we do for ourselves. And so I applied for the mentorship program that would take place in April 2018. I applied, I got selected, and I had the opportunity to shadow luminary advocate Witumelo Mlojoa. Was an incredible and eye-opening time. It was 3 days. We spent a lot of our time at the High Court, and then we also got to go to his chambers, which is a space that I had never been in before. So we spent a lot of our mornings at the High Court really understanding the importance of time, the importance of dressing appropriately, respecting the profession, respecting one another as legal professionals, and really also he really focused, because he made us read a case before we would come see him on the first day, and really the importance of preparation and understanding the law. And it really gave me beautiful insight into what advocates do, what their role is in this whole process of, you've got these attorneys, what do the attorneys do, how do we brief advocates, and then what do the advocates go and do in court, and as Cleopatra mentioned, it assists you in directing your path and knowing, it's nice to study. It's nice to study and say you have a degree, but what are you doing with it? Where do you go with your degree? And that's what SABWiL, that's what the mentorship program did. It said these are your options. These are the routes that you can take, and that's what I was taught. And I'm so grateful to SABWiL Advocatary and Advocate Witumelo Mlojoa. So yeah, that's how I became an ancestor now. I'm a very happy ancestor. And so here we are. We're here to give you Law and Life Matters.
Yeah. What we're trying to do essentially with this platform is Often in our experiences as women of color in the legal profession, we find ourselves always being asked for free legal advice, right? And it's just not practical for us to keep on doing that. So it's a real desire and a cry of our hearts to be accessible as lawyers and to share the information that we have and to make law as accessible as reasonably possible. I mean, we live in South Africa. The economic factors of this country prevail. The issue of access prevails with classism and all the other social issues that we are faced with as South Africa. But what we are trying to do with the platform is we want to be accessible, we want to share legal information, we want to share inspiration, we want to share as much of ourselves as we can. As Cleo mentioned, that we are about Ubuntu in action. Vuk'uzenzele. So yes.
And I think just to go a little bit deeper, because we are law and life matters, our content will be legal. Our content will be legal. It will not be legal advice. We are
Disclaimer.
not here to give you legal advice. We are, as Veroshka has said, we want people to have access to information. We want people to have access to places that they can go to get help for their legal issues. So we want you to know about probono.org. We want you to know about the different law clinics that are out there. So that's what we're trying to bring. That's we're going to cover topics like labor. I think we've seen with the pandemic, so many people getting retrenched and so on. So we need people to know what their rights are and where to go to enforce those rights. Also, COVID, I think it's a natural thing as well. Beyond COVID, people die. And I think sometimes we can downplay the importance of a will, the importance of having your affairs in order and just making sure that when you leave, things just settle, things just settle. So we're going to talk about wills, how to draft wills. I mean, I don't know how many people know that in South Africa, I think it's in September, we have an entire wills week.
Yes.
And there are opportunities for people to use that, to grab that, because we're not going to lie that legal fees are a real thing, but so that's the one part of the law side. And then what we also want to match that, then this is where the and life matters comes in. We want to be realistic. We're humans. Lawyers are actual humans, with feelings, and we need to find a balance, because we need to find a way to balance our lives. We need to talk about our mental health. We need to talk about our physical health, our financial health. I think a lot of people, the minute you say, I'm a lawyer,
they think money.
They think money. They think you have money, and maybe we do it to ourselves. Maybe we get a job and then we all of a sudden I'm buying this, I'm doing that, so we need that financial education. So our intention is to talk to legal professionals, is to talk to those who are in academia, is to talk to our peers and understand the law and understand our lives and how to find a balance. And we're just here to journey with you. I think what Veroshka has said, I think we need to emphasize, we want you to have access to information. We really, really think that the South African society deserves to have access to information, so that when we are there on the law of public opinion, we actually know what we are all talking about, that we're, so this is what we're here for.
Thanks, Nthabi, for that. Just to add on a little bit more on what you have just said, we will also be profiling the journeys of advocates, magistrates, judges, attorneys, our peers in law, aspirant legal practitioners, basically on how they balance their professional life and their personal life, the inspiration behind them actually being in the legal field, how they got in the legal field, what ticks them off, just the nitty-gritties, just get a little bit more of insights on who they are. So we really hope that you will enjoy the journey and, you know, be informed, as Nthabi was saying, be informed, be inspired. Yes, you know, just journey on with us on this segment, and we really hope that you will enjoy. Yeah.
I suppose that brings us to the close of our Hello episode. Please follow us on social media platforms as well as podcast platforms. We're available on all of them. On Twitter, you can find us at SABWiL A, SABWiL with a capital S. On Instagram, we are SABWiL Alumni, just small caps, everything. And on LinkedIn, we are SABWiL, South African Black Women in Law. Feel free to shout, to interact, to ask us questions, to tell your friends about it, and to share.
Yes.
We'll see you on our next episode.
Bye.